Absolutely. When it comes to business owners, and part of what I do at the Employer Support for the Guard and Reserve is educating those business owners on the employment laws that protect them against discrimination.
Yeah.
One of the greatest assets that we can do to help these fine individuals to really reintegrate back into the civilian community is to support them in what they're currently doing. When we look at reservists and we look at guardsmen, these are part-time civilians and part-time soldiers. So they have a very unique structure to their whole world. And the most important thing for me to do is to really educate business owners, be proactive in understanding that these people are out there not only fighting for our freedom, but also serving us in the corporate civilian market, and understanding that we as business owners play a very valuable role in preserving our national defense by helping these individuals, and that's very important at the end of the day.
Very cool.
Well, I think, to speak to your question, a couple of things that come to mind. One is that keep in mind that when you do meet these military people and they've just come back from a tour or whatever, they were there so that you didn't have to be. So I think that's one of the first things you have to think of, is you need to be more understanding, more receptive, and more open to, hey, what can I do for you? You know, instead of, hey, dude, you're acting weird, you know, like, why is this person a little bit different, and how can I help them acclimate into the environment? You know, freedom's not free. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
And it's so important to realize that these people, in some cases, are giving their ultimate sacrifice, but even if not, they're giving an amazing sacrifice. And 4 years maybe of their life has just been kind of taken out of the norm, let's say. And these other people who are in college and just getting out, they're more acclimated to the everyday life here in country.
Yeah.
And so there is a transition that needs to be made. So being understanding, being flexible, and realizing that, hey, I do need to extend a helping hand without it being weird. Hey, dude, you know, you're acting weird, you know. Without being weird, you know. Just being straight with them and trying to assess their needs and help them, and just being more receptive to who these people are.
Yeah, and even helping, it sounds like even talking to employers as people are working and saying, hey, here's some guys you can consider, and helping to make that connection can be a helpful thing to do.
Absolutely. From an employer perspective, it's a real win-win. It makes a lot of sense.